performance coming back tonight?
Incredible response, I thought we played very well in the first 90 minutes. And obviously, that it's a team that causes trouble on set pieces. And we dealt with so many in a good way. Obviously, couldn't deal with the last one in regulation. But again, the response, the mentality to not let that phase us, to regroup and be ready to go again, that part was a sign of a big team. So in some ways, would have preferred to just take the 1-0 and save ourselves a few minutes, but given the way the rest went, then we can use the next 30 minutes for some real momentum.
What was the key to you guys ramping it up there in overtime?
You have two choices at that point. You can feel sorry for yourself and be shaking your heads and pointing fingers and thinking, why us? Or you can basically look at each other and say, we still have 30 minutes and we're at home, and they had to put so much into the game just to get one goal like that. That we still felt like if we kept at it, if we kept playing, if we kept playing forward and moving and being aggressive, that more chances were going to come.
What's the feeling that Quentin gives the team, Michael? He just comes up, big saves when you need him. It must be a good feeling to have him behind.
Yeah, absolutely. He made a bunch of really big saves tonight. Just his overall mentality, how steady he is. Obviously, his feet are so good, and his ability to come up with big saves for us has been huge.
How much of tonight's response after the equalizing goal is a hallmark of the identity of this club that you've been instrumental in building?
On our best days, the mentality in this group has been so strong, and our ability when those lights come on and when they come on brightest, to have a group of guys who aren't scared and go after things and play and compete and leave everything they have on the field. That part is, I'm so proud of that. We obviously we missed Josie tonight. An hour before the game, we lose Omar, and we play a good game. We're up 1-0. They managed to find a goal on a set piece in the last minute, and again, so many teams would be thrown for a loop, but our ability to keep going, keep playing, stick with it, that part's special, and so we've got to, that part always has to be there, and look, we've not done anything yet, nothing, and everybody knows that. We're excited, we're proud, happy to be able to give the fans a night like this, to start things off in the playoffs, but now we got to get ready to go to New York City on Wednesday and understand what a difficult game that's going to be, and be ready to go after it again.
What do you expect on one, you're facing a team that's well rested in it, and two, at a somewhat strange venue?
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're a very good team. There's no two ways about it. They you could argue that if it weren't for LAFC this year, they were, the best team. They would have, again, if it weren't for LAFC, that on a lot of years they'd have won the Supporters Shield. But it's the playoffs, and everything starts over. And on top of it, they're playing in a stadium that's not theirs, and on one hand, yeah, we played 120 minutes tonight, but on the other hand, we now have 120 playoff minutes under our belt in terms of understanding what the intensity is about, what every play is about, and we're gonna use every bit we can to our advantage.
And tonight was the swan song for Wayne Rooney, as you know. Can you just give us your thoughts about what he brought to North America?
From afar, he walked in. He got to DC last year and played such a big part in them, going on a really good run. Obviously, his arrival, the stadium, his partnership with Luciano Costa last year. I mean, they had a very good team. Obviously this year it was probably a little bit more up and down than they would have hoped, but from afar, you could tell always how committed he was, how much he wanted to help the team win, and those guys. You always want those guys on your team, regardless of age, regardless of anything else.
Michael, do you feel like your team can reach another level? You said they haven't gotten started yet. Do you think you can definitely reach another level?
Yeah, absolutely. We feel like we're on a good run. We feel like we're in a good way. But as we've said for the last few months, really, since we got everybody back from the Gold Cup, that we still feel like there's more. That we feel like this group has more in it, and we want to feel like when the biggest games are coming, that we're still finding a way to improve, to rise to the occasion. And so, I thought tonight was another good step, but we understand that with each game. Everything gets cranked up a little bit more, and we got to be ready to meet every expectation.
Speaking of rising to the occasion, Michael, you've had a chance to watch Jonathan Osorio for quite a while now. He really stepped up both for Canada and also tonight. What did you see in him tonight?
He's stepped up more than tonight and Tuesday. So that's the first thing I'd say. He's such an important guy in our team. His ability to work, cover ground, but still be good with the ball, slip passes, make goals, score goals. He gives us so much, and he's given us so much on so many big days. And so, happy for him, proud of him. He has a mentality that is different, and he obviously loves the city and loves the club. So happy, very happy for him.
And just finally, could you talk a little bit about Frisuelo, who really had the creative flashes tonight when you guys needed it?
Yeah, again, I wouldn't say that he had the creative flashes tonight. I think that's him.
True, he's had it before.
That's him.
They were handy tonight.
I think using him in that spot is interesting, because his ability to come off the center backs, ask questions of them, and then when you put guys around him like Subasa and Nico and Oso and Markey, guys who are mobile, guys who are dynamic, guys who are smart, their ability to then use the space that he leaves, it asks a lot of questions of the other team, and so I think there were a lot of good things tonight, both from everybody, but certainly our attacking guys were dangerous and mobile, and we're gonna, as I keep saying, with every game we're gonna continue to have to be that much better, that much sharper, and really take advantage of every little thing.
What did you say to the team before extra time?
Just that, it's natural. It's normal that there's frustration, but we had to find a way to let that part go. We had to find a way to understand that we still had 30 minutes at home in our stadium with our fans to go after the game and get ourselves into the next round. And so it's not how anybody would have drawn it up, but that's football. That's life. And so again, you can spend those few minutes looking down at the ground and shaking your head and feeling sorry for yourself and thinking to yourself, why did this guy do that? But that doesn't do shit in that moment. So